like I'm going to show you over here, but I'll show you here, and then over there it's got a different application. But I'm going to take some of this good soil, and this has mycorrhizal in it. And mycorrhizal is if you go out in the woods at all, I grew up in Oregon, so you see it all the time, but some of you've never been in a wooded area. But you can probably find it back here in Jennifer's yard, where you take back the leaf mulch and you pull it back, and it's got these sticky looking spider webs. That's mycorrhizal. It's a fungal microbe, okay? And that lives, it has a symbiotic relationship with the plants. It lives on the roots of the plants, and it feeds the plants, okay? And it's a communication network. Like Trey's there, I'm here, and he's saying, hey man, I could really use some magnesium. And I'm a plant that's a mineral accumulator, because each plant's different. And I said, well, you're a willow, I could stand a drink, because he pulls in water. So the communication's going on through the mycorrhizal, and that's what happens. And so there's a symbiotic relationship with the plants. There's a lady, and I need to get her name. I'm sorry, I don't have all this in my head yet, but she's up in Washington State, and she's in BC, she's in British Columbia. When she was a little girl, she'd run around the woods, and she just imagined that the big tree was the mama tree, and the little trees, the mama tree was watching over the little ones, and they were communicating with each other and that type of stuff, right? Good imagination, viable. I'm sure I did stuff like that. I don't know if you did. But now she has a PhD, and she's proven her PhD to be true, okay? There is a nurse plant, a mother plant, that's there in the area, and they communicate one with another, and they correspondingly give what they need to back and forth through the communication of the mycorrhizal. It's their internet, it's their phone network. But it can be, it's like this. Okay, you're closer to me than Trey is, right? You'd think if I died, you'd get my carbon. I can will it to Trey. And she's proven that by searching and seeing where, with the DNA, where things go, and the plants communicate one with another. And so it's very important, and most garden plants, other than the cruciferous, like the cruciferous are broccoli, cauliflower,
Brussels sprouts.
Yeah, Brussels sprouts, collard greens, all those are cruciferous. Great plants, help you with cancer fighting, that type of stuff. Do not plant broccoli this time of year, because Glenn was asking, his wife was asking about that a couple weeks ago. You can plant it, but it'll bolt, it'll be covered with aphids. It's not meant for the heat. Now, Brussels sprouts normally don't do that well around here, but usually if you can babysit them through the heat, if they live 2 years, the second year you'll get a crop from them, if you can babysit them and keep them healthy. But all this stuff going on with that, they don't like the fungus as well, but they'll still help the tribe. But all your other vegetable plants love fungus. But fungus, the microbes with that, if you have a compost that's fungal based and has a lot of it in it, which you'll find it in some wood chips, that's good, but it composts about 100 to maybe 110 is the ideal temperature for it. Whereas a bacterial compost is what most of the time you get, it's 160 or above, okay? And if you go that hot with the fungus, it'll kill it, all right? So that's a good thing to have in. Now with the tomato plant, who's gonna help me plant this tomato